Hi, I'm Jacques Pépin and I'm cooking at home. I developed that recipe when I work in a restaurant. I never waste anything. So apple brown berry or pear, we use different type of fruit. And I used to go in the morning in the pastry shop, see what's left over. Cake, Danish, pastry, croissant, cookie, muffin, any of this I would put together. Like here I have some those cookie, sweet cookie. My wife loves those cookies, but they are soft, so I put that in there. I put sugar as well. The amount of sugar is going to be determined by what you have here. And even I went to the Chinese restaurant the other night, I had those cookies, so I'll use the cookie as well. I'm going to put that here. And I have about maybe 8-10 ounces of mixture here. And depending on how much fruit you have, this will be enough, probably 6 people at the most, maybe. Or here, I have that here. I'm going to put like a good teaspoon, maybe a little more of cinnamon. You don't have to put the cinnamon. I have like 1/4 cup of raisins here, golden raisins. Well, brown sugar, I will put 1/2 cup, or maybe even a dash more, because as I said, I have bread, I don't really have any sugar in there too. A couple of tablespoons of apricot here, preserve, and I have about 3/4 cup of orange juice, all stuff that I have in my refrigerator. And I will mix that together. You know, what I used to do in there was actually to put, especially with apple, I used to put apple juice, you could put, but also apple marmalade, you know, the puree of apple. I have a pear, which is a little damaged, as you can see here, that I have on the table, so I'm going to use that pear here. Peel it, and I'll remove the damaged part. Okay, cut it in half, again in half. I have that apple here. When you want to take the core of that apple, you get the knife to the end, you put your thumb here, and you cut around like this. Now you have to be very careful. You know, this is dangerous. Put your thumb here, make sure if you don't put your thumb, you go right through. So it's a technique which is very important. So that much here. I do the same thing on the other side. I can peel it by knife or with the vegetable peeler, it's perfectly fine, one or the other. Okay. Cut it in half. And you see, again, the center is the same way here. You can put your thumb here and remove that part here, but with your thumb here. Okay. Now we just have to mix it. This you can do ahead. Actually, you should do it ahead a little bit so the bread and all that kind of soften a little bit with the juice. You have a nice gratin dish here, and that should fit in there, hopefully. Yep. And that's going to cook in the oven 45 minutes, you know, at 400 degrees. And here is my apple brown berry. It's been out of the oven 15 minutes, but nice, it's very creamy and cooked. Like this, the pear, all the liquid has been absorbed there, and you don't see any more of the bread and so forth. Maybe a little bit of sour cream on top of this, or crème fraiche. That makes really a beautiful dessert. When you have guests at home and stuff left in your refrigerator, don't hesitate, try that recipe. I know you'll enjoy it. Happy cooking.